Grace and peace be with you. Hi, my name is Mark. I'm the pastor at Sycamore Creek in Potterville. I have a brief thought for you today, and it comes to us from Proverbs chapter 8, verses 12 through 21. And from those verses, I really want to focus on just a single phrase, which is fear of the Lord. Fear of the Lord. And what we'll see in Proverbs is that fear of the Lord is tied into wisdom. We'll see this again in a very famous verse, Proverbs 9, verse 10, where it talks about the fear of the Lord being the beginning of wisdom. And I think that fear of the Lord phrase requires a little bit more explanation because most of us don't understand that very well, and it can trip us up very easily as we approach wisdom in Proverbs. There are a couple of different ways that fear of the Lord is used throughout Scripture. One is fear of the Lord almost as a terror in a frightening situation. An example of that is in Deuteronomy 2, verse 25. It's a literal fear. You're terrified of God. A second way that fear of the Lord, fear, can be used is sort of like a fear equated with respect. And maybe a way of thinking about this is the way a servant fears a master and serves faithfully. There's an idea almost of authority that, there's the servant and then the master. And we see this sort of thinking use of fear in Joshua 24, verse 14. And then finally, there's a third way that we see fear used, and it's a reverence or an awe felt in the presence of greatness. And we see this fear in Isaiah 6, verse 5. And what I want to argue, I think, is that fear of the Lord is a mix of all three of those things. It's an awareness that the God of the universe loves you and is always watching over you and watching out for you. The fear of the Lord, it's recognizing who God is. It's glimpsing God's beauty, God's power, God's might, and being deeply aware and obedient to God in the midst of that. It's a relationship. Now, the fear of the Lord is a relationship, especially one with reverence and awe. And what Proverbs takes us to again and again is that the fear of the Lord, a relationship with God, is the beginning of wisdom. May you have a relationship with God, and may that lead to wisdom. Grace and peace be with you.